Hey, good morning, Choice Residential. Hope your day's off to a great start. All right, today I want to bring you up to speed on the code of ethics and make sure you've got everything done that you need to. If you have gotten a notice from your local association of realtors that you have not completed your ethics requirement for this cycle, there could be a couple of things that are going on there. First thing I want to do is just get you in here to the NAR website where you can check your status and make sure that this is showing that you have completed your ethics requirement. If it's showing that you have not completed it and you think that's a mistake, you'll need to check with your local association. That could be Raleigh Regional Association, JCAR, which is Charleston County, Durham, Orange Chatham. We're members of a number of different boards. So whoever your primary local association is, that's who is tracking the ethics requirement, and then that feeds up to the NAR site. So first of all, if you just come to nar.realtor, so it's not nar.com or .org, make sure you're typing in nar.realtor, and then you would sign in. Now, your sign-in credentials, of course, will be different from mine. If you can't figure out, don't remember what that is, and it's not saved into your browser passwords, just go through this forgot username or password process to get that squared away. But once you get signed in here to NAR, it takes just a second for everything to load up. But then the first thing you're going to see here on this main page is something about the code of ethics. So here you go, right here. So if we just, you can either click on this Realtor Code of Ethics, or if you come up to this Education tab and just hover over that, you'll see this screen, and then come down right here to Code of Ethics Training. That's where we can get to the training course. But first, let's go ahead and check what our status is. So I'm going to come up here to my little profile where it says, Hi, Brian. Click on that, and then click on my account. Again, it's going to take just a second for this to load up. And then here we go. So it says Code of Ethics. First thing you're going to see here, completion status is complete. So I have done my Code of Ethics. My local association will have that because, again, this complete status fed up from my local association. So it'll work the same way for you as well. If this is showing incomplete, then you're going to want to reach out to your local association to figure out why that is. If you have not done your Code of Ethics, and remember, the Code of Ethics cycle is every 3 years. So if you haven't done a Code of Ethics course in 2022, 2023, or this year in 2024, then it is due. There are different ways to get this requirement. One can be a CE class. So one of your 4-hour electives that you took over the last 3 years could have had an ethics component to it. And so many CE classes will count as your ethics requirement. So you could have gotten it that way. There's also a free 2.5-hour class that NAR provides that's online. You can take that. That does not count as North Carolina CE credit, but it will meet your Code of Ethics requirement, and you can do that on demand. So that's an easy way to make sure that you don't have your license go inactive or lose your NAR membership, I should say. It's not about your license being inactive, but if you lose your NAR membership, we would have to offboard you. So we don't want that to happen. So check it here. Let's get into where you can then take that class. So if you say, okay, I haven't done it yet, but I've already done my CE, or I don't have time to take a CE class that meets the Code of Ethics requirements, how can I get this done on time before December 31st? Here we go. Just come up to Education, hover over that, click on Code of Ethics Training. All right, this is going to give you a quick overview of the requirements. So again, you need to have taken it between 2022 and the end of this year. So if we come down, these are the free ethics options you have. And so for most of you, you could just simply do this Code of Ethics course for existing members. So you are already a member of NAR if you're with our firm. So you could just click on this existing member course and start taking that class. Once you complete that, they will report that to your local association. But to be safe, the certificate you get that proves that you took this class, you can just email that over to your local association. If you are a member of Raleigh Regional, which is RRAR, the email address you would email it to is COE, as in Code of Ethics, COE@rrar.com. But you can always just call your local board and communicate with them that way. If you believe that you have taken your Code of Ethics, but it is showing as incomplete, the reason might be because you took it as a CE class. Your CE provider, those schools typically do not send your Code of Ethics certificate or your CE certificate to your local association. They only send that certificate to North Carolina Real Estate Commission to prove that you took that CE class. you as the agent will need to actually provide that to your local association. And so what could have happened is that that process never took place. So you never sent that certificate. Maybe you didn't know that you needed to send it, or you just forgot. Either way, you need to go dig up that certificate from the CE class that you took, the elective that counted as an ethics class. Provide that certificate to your local association. If you can't find that certificate, you're going to need to go find what school provider you took the elective through, and they should be able to provide you with that certificate. Again, worst case scenario is you just double up and you take this ethics course. Now, starting in January, that will begin a new 3-year cycle. So you'll have 2025, 2026, and then by the end of 2027, you will have needed to take this requirement again, either the free course or as part of one of your elective CEs. That's the way I suggest you do it, is just make sure every 3 years, one of your electives is an ethics, meets the ethics requirement. So if you have questions about this, let me know. But the best way for you to get clarity on what's required is to reach out to your local association, and they can help you out there. If you have questions, reach out. So until next time, take care.